The 1970s had a wide range of music within it, from Billboard 100 songs like B.J. Thomas's Raindrops Keep Falling on My Head,
Raindrops are falling on my head, and just like the guy whose feet are too big for his bed,
to songs like Too Much Heaven by the Bee Gees.
Nobody gets too much heaven no more. It's much harder to come by. I'm waiting in line.
Glade Gaynor's I Will Survive, and even Rod Stewart's Do You Think I'm Sexy. I'm reading from a script and it's making me very uncomfortable on how I'm going to edit that into my presentation.
His lips are dry, our hearts gently pounding. Don't you just know exactly what they're thinking? If you want my body and you think I'm sexy, come on, sugar, let me know. Yeah.
Anyways, the 1970s was a true boom for music. A true transition from the classical sounding 1960s into the more modern sounding music that we know and love today. So let's start with a genre that was by far the most influential during the 70s, disco. 1979's I Will Survive by Gloria Gaynor was a true cherry on top of the cake whenever it came to the disco genre, but we also can't forget about artists like the Bee Gees that were very prominent. Along with disco came a sort of transition period from classical music that we found in the 60s, with songs like Saturday Night by Bay City Rollers, it had a mix of that classic and modernized feel, and there would be many other songs in this classical sort of genre during this decade that would be just like it. Funnily enough, with genres such as disco and classical still being abundant, although classical dying off now, hard rock began to see a rise with bands such as Styx with their song Renegade. Journey with their song Wheel in the Sky, and Foreigner with their song Hot Blooded. And I actually saw Foreigner live, and there's a very cringy picture of me on Facebook somewhere. Yeah, it's pretty ugly. Bands like these would be shaping the future of the 80s, which would soon become known as one of the best periods that music has ever seen. One genre you may have not expected to exist is rap/hip-hop. Now this genre was just taking its baby steps in the late 70s with songs such as Rapper's Delight from the Sugar Hill Gang.
I said the hip hop, the hip it to the hip hop, you don't stop the rocker to the bang bang boogie, say up jump the boogie to the rhythm of the boogie to beat. Now what you hear is not a test, I'm rapping.
And also Bootsy Collins' Bootzilla. Don't even ask, I don't know. As strange as it is now to listen to, that was rap in its early stages, nonetheless. Now we've covered disco, classical, hard rock, and rap. Now it's time for my dreaded genre of country. So after my research, I found that country music during the 1970s was actually quite good, and lucky me, I like it. With songs like I Will Always Love You from Dolly Parton, Rhinestone Cowboy from Glenn Campbell,
Like a rhinestone cowboy, riding out on a horse in a star-spangled rodeo.
and John Denver's Take Me Home Country Road, country was truly in a good spot in terms of the sound and artists behind it. All in all, the 70s was a very revolutionary time for music. It changed our ways from the 60s and paved the way for a whole new musical evolution found in the 80s. Now without further ado, the Q&A may start now.
Misty taste of moonshine, teardrop